Hey guys, I've often gone on record stating that I think men, and you ladies too, should be proficient with the basic use of certain tools. Why? Well, because it makes you a little bit more self-reliant, handy around the house, and actually you could save some money by fixing things that, even if you don't want to overhaul your own engine, you could do minor repair work and save yourself a lot of money, considering labor costs nowadays is getting high, and if you can actually find the labor to help you. So we all know about the basics. You know, we got your pliers and your socket wrenches and your end wrenches. But today we're going to talk about a different set of tools that some of you guys may not be familiar with. And here are those tools. We have a cutting board and a chef's knife. I think it's really important that we guys learn how to use these tools for the same reasons. It makes your life much easier, makes you more self-reliant, and can save you some money. Today is Valentine's Day, and I'm going to make a gourmet meal for Miriam and myself. And one of the nice things about this, it's really quite simple, and it's typically a two-pot meal, and that makes it more appealing for me. Less time, less effort, less cleanup. And what will I be making today? My favorite dish, and the one I use to win over my dear love, Miriam, is chicken picada. Okay, first let's talk about the ingredients we're going to use. Obviously, the star of the show, we've got us some chicken breasts I picked up at our local grocery store, some olive oil, some linguine, some butter, a shallot. If you're not familiar with a shallot, it's kind of a cross between an onion and a head of garlic. By the way, I got to get the garlic out of the refrigerator because that's going in there too. Some garlic, already said butter, chicken stock, capers, lemon, and some wine. And this is just basically cooking wine, and some parsley, some salt and pepper, and some flour to dredge the chicken through as we prepare it. Now, if you're not familiar with capers or you haven't tried them, you might want to experiment with them. They are similar in taste and texture to an olive, a green olive, and they are a pickled bud of a specific tree. I don't know the name of the tree. But it's very flavorful, and just kicks up the picada right where it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting things prepped, even though Miriam's not going to be home for a little while. I can get all the prep work done. To start with, I'm going to go ahead and preheat the water for the pasta. Now, I like to add a little salt to my pasta water. I'm of the school that it should be almost like a brine, and that way the salt water gets into the pasta to give it more flavor. Because if you try to salt pasta after it's cooked, it's a futile exercise. So we're going to go ahead and heat this up and add some salt. Oh, and along with our extra hardware, here is our pan we're going to prepare the meal in. And we do need this tool here, which is a little meat mallet. Now guys, you cannot use your carpenter's claw hammer on this, or a ball peen hammer. You really need to use something with a broad head on it to actually help you get the effect you want. So I've gone ahead and chopped the shallot and the parsley. Then trimming off the extra fat from the chicken. Then butterflying it with a serrated edged knife, like a steak knife. I like a steak knife to do this because it makes it easier to manage and minimizes the chance of me cutting off my own fingers. Saran wrap to cover up the meat so I don't splash anything when I begin to tenderize it and spread it out a little bit. Looking for about a quarter to a half inch thick. A little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. Then we dredge it through the flour and set it aside. Not too much because we're not making fried chicken. Just enough to give it a little bit of a coating. I probably put too much flour in my bowl here. So all the prep work is finished. The chicken is ready to go into the frying pan, and now I'm just going to take a break and wait for Miriam to get home, and perhaps have a cocktail first, because from here on it moves pretty fast. Okay, I've got our water boiling, so we'll go ahead and add the linguine. It should take about 10 minutes or so. Add a little olive oil. Hello. You know, growing up, I was convinced that olive oil was only a cartoon character, Popeye's girlfriend. I didn't know it was actually something you could buy and use to prepare meals with. Alright, take the chicken out. Set this aside. Add a little bit more olive oil to the pan. Then add the shallots, the garlic, add the capers, then the chicken stock, followed by the white wine and the juice of a lemon. Then stir and let it reduce by about 50%. Meanwhile, drain the pasta and return the chicken to the pan. And just drizzle some of that good sauce over top of the chicken. And cook it for another 3 to 5 minutes or so. Then plate and add the sauce to the pasta and the chicken. Then garnish with some lemon slices and some chopped parsley. Voila, you have a classic gourmet chicken picada. And the best part, well, not the best part. The best part is I'm having it with Miriam, and it's one of our traditional plates that we have on special occasions.
It's how you wooed me.
It's how it was the bait that worked.
It worked.
But to buy all the ingredients, including the pasta, which we still have plenty of pasta left over, $22. So it makes for a pretty good deal. If you go out into the restaurant and do this on Valentine's Day, crowds, price tag, tip, wine, every bit of 100.
Well, and just that you made it for me is, can't put a price to that. So cheers, bon appetit.
Thanks for watching, guys. Now go out and make some for yourself. It was a travel theme one?
Yes, it's Exit 96, a red blend.
Very good.
Travel theme.